swallow my spit, now swallow my pee. On today's episode of Bibleman, we learned depression ain't no biggie. It's just a lack of faith, which, is actually the biggest deal ever. My name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Babblin' Bibleman. Like I said, my name is James, and hey, listeners, sometimes we can feel all alone when nothing appears to be wrong. And during times like that, it's important to remember that we're never truly alone. Jesus promises he will always be there for us. So speak to your pastor and not to a doctor who can diagnose your apparent to everyone depression, baby. Oh, I love Jesus. I can make anything possible through his shining light or her shining light. We haven't gotten those really solid down, you know? People could just be saying Jesus was a he, but maybe he was a she. Just, that long, beautiful hair. Oh, and those abs. Sounds like a woman to me, okay? Men don't have abs. Women do. All right? I'm feeling it right now. No abs, but I go down a little bit lower. Oh, I got some worms inside of me because I got them cum gutters. Ew. And speaking of cum gutters, it's Nicole the Bricks Jakis.
Yeah.
Because you're a janitor at a peep show. So you're kind of like the gutter of all cum. It just falls down to the wayside.
Yeah.
Falls down to the bayside. Hi, yay. Saved by the Bell. How are you, Nicole?
Cool.
What?
Good.
Are you cool or was that to the bayside?
What?
I don't know, Nicole.
Okay.
All right, one word answers. Let's see if this continues.
Because I tried to talk earlier and you said, no, that's for later.
We
and
hadn't done the cold from the cold open.
So do you want me to just reiterate what I already said?
What is this, some meta bullshit where we're talking over the intro music like they might do in a Community?
Yes.
Oh no, we're getting meta on everyone.
This is a bottle episode, baby.
Every episode of this is a bottle episode. I mean, I guess even our live episodes were bottle episodes because we were just in a single contained room.
Okay. We
weren't field reporting with a microphone screaming things like, Ruth Buzzy, name her. And then like people are like, huh, for $1? What?
Yeah.
We don't do that. We're not Billy on the street. We should. We should say, Dapu, was he the best? And then people be like, Da who? Dapu. They can't get $1. Just yes or no. Was he good? And yes, that's the correct answer. You say no, I'm going to slap you with an insult.
Okay.
And that insult is on my hand. It's Trump the insult dog or Triumph. Yeah, it's Triumph, not Trump. Oh my God. Trump v. Triumph? Who will win in a battle of barbs?
Is Triumph a thing?
Yeah, Triumph the insult comics dog.
Something?
Yeah, he's the I smell like poo poo or whatever he says. Always smoking a cigar.
Okay.
Eminem had a feud with him for some weird reason.
Okay.
Because he's like, I'm not gonna look like a child being mocked and joked at by a dog. And it's like, dude, you're digging a deeper hole here.
Yeah.
Getting this mad about a dog who's a comedian on the other end.
It's like, well, you sure are acting like a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, Triumph should have DDT'd Eminem. Then Eminem would have said, no, I've been DDT'd by that of a tiny dog. And we would have laughed.
Good times.
Let's introduce our guest because maybe he'll give me a little more. Huh?
Sorry, I can't talk to you about some random dog I've never heard of.
This is not random.
And a rapper
huge.
that I know little to nothing about.
You love Eminem. You even got one of his mom's spaghetti pins.
No, that was you.
No, that was my mom giving it to you, and she's listening. So you better say you have it on your pin wall. You've Pinterested on your wall. You pinned it. Did you know Pinterest is just pornography now? People are just pinning titties.
Since when?
Since forever, I guess. Go on Pinterest, guy. Type in boobies,
All right,
and you'll find
right
it.
now, you
All right,
fucking
Nicole's
liar.
going to Pinterest. She's searching boobies. She's going to be like, "Man, never. It's people breastfeeding. I think that's blasphemous." But speaking of blasphemy, he's from Horror Crunk Entertainment and HorrorCorridor. That's how we met. It's the amazing, the talented Mr. Ripley. No, it's Mr. Bracken. It's Ian.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
Hey, that was really loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you, well, sometimes you shout like saws up into the mic, and I'm like, dude, you are a professional. You should know that is absolutely past the red.
Yeah. You're correct about that. I got to go, saws up.
Yeah. Or just, I know how, like, I can still project and it will still be the same volume. I'm looking at it right now. Saws up. It's the same volume, but it sounds like I was yelling.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't actually done music behind the mic in quite a while, though. So, like, actually projecting my voice and then talking, it's a little different. But.
Okay, that makes sense. I did bring this up on The Height of Horror with Presley and I. In the group chat, the Horror Crunk group chat, I said, like, the best microphone, hey, if you're going to perform vocals, use an SM7B. Unless it's performing live, use an Amazon Basics lav mic. And no one commented or hearted it, or I think everyone just thought I was being serious.
I mean, they're nice and, you don't have to hold a microphone. So I don't see what more people don't do that, especially drummers and stuff like that.
No, they pick up everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought about using a lav while I was performing live, but like,
no,
I don't know.
That would suck.
No one was down.
That's why lav mics are only used in like specific situations when you're on a sound stage just talking to people. But what's up, Nicole?
Yeah,
did you
true.
search boobies?
Yeah, I did. Boobs came up, but also then I just got like grossed out because of people who like project horniness onto infants. So fucking gross. Because there was a onesie that was like, Dad's mad because I got boobs for breakfast and he didn't. I'm like, that's
Ew.
fucking disgusting.
Disgustoids. Ian's over there like, oh, I wish my baby
he
had that
says,
shirt.
Oh, relatable.
That's my kind of humor.
Hashtag I'm a dad and I want teeties. What's it like being a father to two children?
Well, one of them isn't here most of the time because he lives with his grandparents, but overall, it's busy.
Okay.
Yeah, you just can't really go do everything. You know how you could probably just go and get a snack right now wherever you want.
Yeah, if I had the money to, yes.
Yeah, well, if there's nobody's home with a baby, then you can't do that. So it's things like that you have to get used to.
You don't have a baby, Bjorn, he goes with?
Well, I have a work vehicle. It doesn't have a car seat. I can't put a car seat in it, so...
Strap him to the hood.
Yeah, Beverly Hillbilly style.
Yeah, or to one of the wipers.
You don't need a car seat if you got a baby Bjorn.
Yeah, the baby Bjorn is a car seat.
I think driving with a baby Bjorn is probably one of the most dangerous things you could do with a baby.
Yeah, probably. This is what they should do. Put the baby inside the airbag. That way, if you get into an accident, it's safe.
What?
The airbag's the safest place to be.
Yeah, because it's got air in it, so it can breathe, right?
Yeah, you can breathe, and it's protection. Throw a baby in a condom.
Float away like a parachute if you get in an accident.
Yeah.
Safe baby.
Oh my God, baby with a parachute. When North Korea figures out how to do that, we're done for, okay?
Hey, baby Mario figured it out in Yoshi's Island.
Oh, shoot. They're closer than we know. Everyone knows Yoshi's Island was just like a 1-for-1 to North Korea.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Oh, man. Baby paratroopers, they're coming, raining down from us, puking, shooting aimlessly because their necks can't support the weight of the kickback, so they're just all wonky everywhere.
Baby Dawn.
Oh, shoot. I don't like this. Change the subject. Change the subject.
I mean, how horrifying would it be? It reminds me of the Silent Hill when all those babies corner you in the alley with knives and you're like, There's no way out of it.
What?
I'm glad I've never played that game. That's so scary. I do have a story from like a month ago that we just forgot to tell on the podcast.
Okay.
So we watch The Simple Life when we get stoned. We were riding high, so fun. And we got to the episode of the intern season, so I think season 3, where they go to a house that has 2 chain smokers. And they're like, hey, you should stop smoking because it is bad for you. Please stop. And they're like, we'll hire a hypnotist to help get you at least smoking less per day. And this hypnotist, Ian, I was stoned. And I guess I'm very susceptible.
Oh, yeah.
Because this fucker hypnotized me. Susceptitized me, okay? Try it.
You're extremely susceptible.
All right, let's prove it.
How?
You just say something and I say, okay, that's the bit. That's a game. Have you not done a Herald before?
No, I haven't.
Well, what are you saying? You got caught in a hypnotism snare?
Yeah, they were doing the hypnotism on screen. They're like, hey, on the count of, like, you're getting relaxed, the world is falling away from you. And I was like, oh no. And then it like was starting to do that. And they're like, close your eyes. And I was like, oh fuck. And then she's like, at the count of 10, you will fall and whatever I say will be what you believe. And once she got to 10, I fell and I was like, oh no, Nicole, it's working. And Nicole's losing it because she's like, this has to be a bit.
I was annoyed.
Losing it.
I was like, because I was like, you're just doing a fucking bit and it's not funny. It's annoying.
It wasn't funny. It was fucked up that they can do this through the TV.
Damn, dude.
And then at the end, I'm like, luckily,
you think it would have happened if you weren't stoned, though?
I don't think it would have. The stoneness made me susceptible.
Yeah.
Man, it was beautiful, though.
I actually went to a hypnotherapy appointment last year, and I wasn't stoned before I went, and I think I should have been because I never at one point felt any sort of hypnotherapy during the whole session.
What were you trying to be helped with?
Well, I had a case of agoraphobia, pretty bad, especially when I was like on the freeway for some reason. I was trying to like figure out a way to like kind of take my mind off things and stuff like that, but not at one point could I get into a I had to just piss the whole time, honestly.
Maybe that's why.
Some people just, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I forgot what it is, but it's either people of low intelligence or high intelligence that are more susceptible to it. So I'm not going to try to figure that out right now because that'll just say how stupid I am.
High intelligence, sir.
Oh, yeah. It's like stoned intelligence.
No, it's individuals with an elevated IQ are more susceptible to hypnotism. All right?
You're just trying to honk your own horn, man.
It's people with big brain theories.
All right. We smart then. We smart.
All right. No, all right. You want to know
no,
people
I didn't get
also
hypnotized.
very
So you're
smart.
calling me dumb.
Also very smart people can also not be. It's a state of mind, not intellect.
Taking this very personally when I shouldn't.
I forgot by me saying it's smart people that it's being rude to Ian. I was not doing that on purpose.
It's okay. I'm smart. I just usually have my mind in another place than the other people in the room, I guess.
Yeah, it's usually on that horror crunk entertainment shit.
Yeah.
Ian, how much would I need to pay you to just make any types of clips? I'll send you the clip. You don't even need to pull it from Height of Horror. Just make a video component visual to a Height of Horror clip. You are helping me, but remember, you're also helping your wife.
Oh, dude. That's just what I do, man.
All right, okay. I'm going to start sending you clips, and you can take it as slow as you'd like.
All right. Yeah, maybe I'll trade you for some sort of creative work that you can do.
All right, okay. I'm fine with that.
All of your services are like, what do you call it? Priceless. You know, like you can do a lot of shit that a lot of other people can't do. So when I need to call upon the Marshland Monster for a favor, like it's good to have a little favor with Marshland Monster.
Yeah, I guess so. What are the things that I can do no one can do better?
Oh, you're a sound wizard.
I know. You can get people who do better than me.
Okay.
Get like the Joker.
You're a rap god.
You want to know what? Get the Joker.
Joker for rap god.
Yeah. What else can I not do or people can't do better than me?
I don't know. Podcasting.
You wanna
I
know
don't
what?
know anyone. No, nobody can podcast better than you in the underground.
I haven't heard him podcast, but from the voicemails he's left that seem very predatory when it comes to business, I got to give it to the Joker.
Oh, wait. Are we talking about the Joker?
Yeah, with 2 R's. That's what I was implying. Not Batman's the Joker.
Batman Joker this whole time.
Just so
Okay.
everyone knows, there is a rapper, but now I think he's just an engineer and producer, the Joker with 2 R's, who can be, if you look at what people are saying about him and the proof that people are saying about him, he seems a little shady when it comes to business.
Yeah, I keep hearing that a lot, but yeah, I would never want to get involved with somebody that's that arrogant, like right off the bat, you know? And it's like, I like some of his music and his talents and stuff, but attitude-wise, yeah, I would never fuck with that dude.
I liked that his artwork, he must have just gotten the person who did the character photos for Baldur's Gate, because that's
Yeah.
exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, it was something like that. It also kind of reminded me of like, maybe like a young teen fantasy novel or something.
Ooh, yeah. Man, that's the biz we got to get into, Nicole. Teen fantasy.
Why?
I don't know, man. Like the Joker, think about like another guy that's pretty talented, like Gruesome. You know Gruesome?
Yeah.
Joker dissed the fuck out of Gruesome, you know? Like this guy's terrible. Like you shouldn't listen to him. And then you listen to like Gruesome and his songwriting, his rapping's pretty damn good, in my opinion. And it's like, it's all like, and then as time went on, I was kind of like, because I learned about Gruesome from Joker, I was like, man, I like Gruesome better than Joker. He might not be more talented, but there's a lot more substance there, I think, personally. So I would say you have a lot more substance than the Joker as well.
I don't know about that. Hey, Joker, that's the opinions of Ian, not of me. But teen fantasy, Nicole.
Oh my God.
That's the biz
What?
we should get into.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We should try to just 1 week write an entire novel.
Okay.
It'll be you, me, and R2. Because R2 knows how to type fast.
Yeah.
Or we just record it and then we just text to speech it. Or speech to text it.
It'll have a lot of typos, but
Yeah.
we could.
But then you just go through and edit that.
Yeah.
Like the vampire's collarbone. And then it's about like the imagery of, oh, the vampire has a beautiful neck. I want to kiss it, but he wants to bite mine.
Sure.
And that's hot, you know?
Okay.
If you were a teen reading that, you'd be like, I wish I was in this relationship.
No.
And we'll put the audiobook out on Horror Crunk.
Yeah, I guess. They seem to be
Yeah.
very receptive of anything I say. Is this fine? They're like, yeah, do it.
Pretty much.
You want to get into Bibleman, though?
Oh, okay.
I would love to.
Because we're 20 minutes in, Nicole.
Okay.
Break the walls down. Oh,
Check it out, man. I got notes.
Hell yeah. Today
Yeah.
we're discussing Bibleman in the Light of the Darkness, I think is the name of it. We had to skip over a 2-parter called Jesus Christ the Savior, I think, just because we need someone to be able to do 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah. And that wasn't me.
Yeah, that's a big ask to our friend who is like, yeah, man, religion's a lie. To be like, you want to watch an in-depth 2-parter, 2 hours long of Jesus Christ is our Savior.
Well, I think there was definitely a lot to see from this one little segment of Bible, man. You let me watch, and it encompassed that. When was this made, first off? What year?
Maybe 2004?
Okay, yeah. It looked very 2004, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was actually kind of surprised, too, production value-wise. I thought that this was going to be, you know, some backyard church production, but it was a little bit more than that. You know, there was some very shitty effects in there, but there was also pyrotechnics. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, there was full-on gear that, like, they had an art director, obviously, that was making all the weapons and armor and sets and all that stuff like that. So That to me was surprising. I was expecting more like, do you remember Orgasmo?
Yes.
I was expecting like on the level of like the porno they're making in Orgasmo. You know what I mean?
So the later Biblemans will get like that, but these ones have such good production value because Willie Ames is Bibleman. He wrote and directed all of these, and he was in Eight Is Enough, which there's a reference to that in this episode, and Charles in Charge. Those were the two big sitcoms he was in, and then he just parlayed over into this to be like, hey, I'm a Christian. I want to do some cool shit, but also spread the word of God. Let's do it.
Well, it's interesting that this was... Did you pick up on a couple campy moments that felt like they were almost laughing at the subject matter rather than... You know what I mean? Rather than with the audience, that was almost like making fun of itself.
Oh, no, they're definitely meta and fourth wall breaking a lot in this show, and that comes from like Willie Ames's sitcom background of probably just, let's make fun of this stuff, and... He's a fan of clearly Star Wars, the 1960s Batman series. So that's where a lot of this campiness comes from.
Okay. Yeah. And that when you put it in that frame, I can kind of, it makes a lot more sense. Mm-hmm. I kind of thought it felt uneven, but yeah, if you put it in like a 60s Batman style where that show made fun of Batman, it's the show itself and the franchise itself. And
yeah. But this did come out in 2003, A Light in the Darkness. The wacky protester plans to drench the world in hopelessness by using his cloud of darkness and despair, starting with isolating youth group member Corey and Bible Girl. That's just a quick rundown. There's a critic review of this? Excuse me? Hold on. What does Misanthropy says... Oh, this is a retrospective. Today I'm continuing my week-long marathon of the Bibleman franchise as part of Secular Students Week. At first, I thought they were just going to be ragging on it, but it looks like, hey, it might be like for a media class to be like, hey, explore all parts of media. So I don't know, but it's crazy that there is a critic review for this specific episode.
Sign me up for that media class.
Let's do it, guys. Nicole, did you ever take a media class?
Nope.
You didn't take mass media? Have you taken a media class?
That's what I graduated from college with a degree in.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's why I'm kind of fast at what I do. And good.
I went to community college.
Nice. I did too.
Hell yeah. Nicole, you sort of went to community college.
What do you consider that, community college?
I guess that's a franchise college, which I think's worse. Like, not even though our friend, I will not say you are a friend with them as well, Ian, someone who lived in the town that Nicole and I grew up in, taught at that college.
It's like a community college alt.
Yeah. It's just it's called Baker College, and it's just they have many of them around, I think, just the Midwest.
I have no idea.
Credits don't transfer, so, that's always good.
Ugh. Stay here the whole college career.
That's why in situations like this, did they do certificates there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have just done a certificate.
I was going to, remember? And then I was like, no, I fucking hate it here.
Oh, okay. I meant like from the start. Like, I'm not taking an English course or a math course. Let's just do this, get in, get out. I love baking and pastry.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that back to the production value real quick, it gave me a little bit vibes of the Mystery Science Theater 3000, the cuts in between.
Yeah.
As well as, have you seen any of the Gwar movies like Skullhead Face or Phallus in Wonderland?
I haven't, but I think Phallus in Wonderland, we're planning on doing this year's Kaiju Con with Steve Barnes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's an enjoyable movie. Same with Skullhead Face. But yeah, it reminded me of that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, without all the murder and dirty jokes and stuff. But
hey, Gwar doesn't have all the Jesus.
They have what do they have? Cardinal Sin. Have you ever seen that guy? He's a giant Pope robot.
Oh my God.
Smashes through the town. That might be actually what makes Phallus in Wonderland a kaiju
Yes, my guess is that because Steve Barnes' intro void of Sweet Child of Time was saying, hey, man, it's a kaiju movie technically at the end. I'm like, yeah, then it qualifies. You come on next year.
But they also have Gorgor, which is their giant pet T-Rex that also smashes through cities and
Hell
shit.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we're talking Bibleman, which means, Ian, what's your experience past with religion and whatnot?
I grew up in a super liberal town where not very many people here are religious at all anyway. My parents weren't religious. They took us to do you know what a Unitarian church is?
Yeah, I've heard of it, and I slightly know what it is, but explain.
I'm not too good at explaining it, but it's kind of all in the title. Unitarian, uniting religions. Basically, people of all religions were welcome. There were flags of every religion on the wall, and the pastor was usually, we had a couple different pastors from different churches and areas, and we didn't go there even that much, but I think it was just a way of having my parents like show us something, kind of, you can make up your own mind, but this is a church, I've also been to like a Baptist church with my friends, and like also normal white bread churches too, like in rural areas, and all kinds of different churches. And it's just something that, as much as people try to convince me, the faith just never stuck. I could never believe in any of it, and I don't know why. And basically nothing spiritual has been able to reach me. So,
where'd you grow up?
I've lived in Olympia, Washington pretty much my whole life.
Ooh, baby. Were you around? Did you ever go to any of the Riot Girl shows?
Yeah, I was in the punk scene, so Riot Girl bands played all the time.
Did you scream girls to the front?
No, because it was never really my thing. And the Riot Girl, like, trend, I missed that. Like, the Bikini Kill, Slater Kinney. Like, I don't know if Slater Kinney's considered that. But anyway, yeah, I didn't go to those shows or anything. But, like, in the punk hardcore scene stuff, there would be, a bunch of hardcore bands. But, like, in the mix, there would be, like, kind of like a Cramps sounding band, and then maybe like a Riot Girl, a couple different style, kind of outside the box stuff. So yeah, Riot Girl's still alive here. There was a band called Hysterics. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Mm-mm.
Their logo is the black flag bars, but they're bloody tampons.
Hell yeah.
And that shirt got very famous worldwide, like people wearing that all over the place.
Nicole, what are your thoughts on religion these days?
What do you mean these days?
I don't know. I haven't asked you about it in maybe a few years.
Yeah, we've done Bibleman before, sir.
Yeah, but you're not like, well, this is what I think God is.
Oh, you're like asking me like what I believe in?
Yeah, what big man upstairs believe in it?
Big man upstairs.
Or you don't?
Oh,
I believe in the big man next door, Norm. He's pretty cool.
Neighbor Norm.
Norm is our neighbor.
And his 2 kids that come on every other weekend.
Well, don't dox them.
Sorry, I just thought like giving more details would be funnier, but I guess not. Okay.
Well, let's just throw someone's kid in there.
I'm not throwing kids
Yeah,
anywhere,
you are.
sir.
As long as you're not throwing children on boobies, okay? Because,
Okay.
oh boy, I didn't have boobies for breakfast. And that's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame.
You got
dude.
2 titties, ma'am.
That's your religion. Boobies for breakfast.
Yeah, let's do this. Children on the left, men on the right.
Okay.
And that can be stage right or audience right, whatever.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Yeah, what's God
For
about?
real,
Yeah, maybe.
or-
Or a joke, I don't care.
Or a joke. Okay, great. I don't know, man. Like, maybe there is a thing. I guess I usually just reference it as like the universe as a whole, or like some like unseen. Not like a person, but just like the forces of what be. But then like the only really thing other than that I kind of like believe in is just like karma.
Yeah.
Not
Like
in the
ICP.
sense of like, oh, that person's gonna get theirs. It's more just like really just like myself. Like, I'm like, if I do a shitty thing, like, that's just going to come back to bite me in the ass later.
Ooh, sexually or?
But for some reason, I don't project that onto other people because I guess I don't like projecting things onto other people. And that's like a huge issue with Christianity for me, is that like their whole thing is like, you gotta tell people about Jeebus or they're gonna go to hell and you're a fucking terrible person. So you gotta, and it's like, mind your own fucking business. Let
Shine
me
your
do my
light.
own thing. I'll let you do your own thing and it's fine.
You know, some say you can see God in a child's laughter, but I'm the one making that kid laugh, so ain't I God?
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh. I say a peekaboo, they start giggling. I punch myself in the nuts. Hey, bust a nut. Laughing. I should-
Interacting. Yeah, that came out wrong.
You know, that's what I call laughing. You bust a nut, guys.
Yeah.
Bust a groove, bust a nut, and bust a gut.
Do you remember the Corn Nuts commercials?
No.
Bust a nut, grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut.
Wait, this is so 90s.
And lightly toasted and hard as well. Enjoy yourself, just don't tell.
Oh, man.
And everyone's
See?
trying to eat corn nuts in rooms by themselves, like, and everyone's trying to knock on the door and get in. They're like, my nuts.
See, bust a nut. That's not a sexual thing. That's a child's laughter as they're trying to say, don't you eat my nuts.
Yeah, it's religion.
Yeah. They're saying, hey, make me laugh, don't eat my nuts, and get away from mommy's tits.
Yeah.
Man, these dang kids think they have dominion over boobies.
Dude, like when you're at your sister's house and your mom was like, oh, Brogan's a lady, or he's a heartbreaker. And I was like, ew, he's 3.
Yeah.
Like, gross.
He may look like, body-wise, may look like 4.5, but that's still too young.
I actually don't know what actual age he is.
I think he's 3. He was born before pandemic. Yeah. So maybe he's
Was
4.
he named after the best Nine Inch Nails album?
I don't know why he's named that.
Yeah, I was wondering when I was listening to Hideout Horror and I heard that. I was like, so many questions.
I tried to petition for Gigan, but they're not having it.
Yeah, you gave them a clipboard with 900 signatures on it, but they didn't give a shit.
What is that? Is that Presley?
That's Thomas,
Oh,
Presley's son. He made me this Nirvana keychain with his face on it.
heck yeah. That's a good kid. That's him saying like, hey, you want to know what? These boobies, we can share.
Oh my God.
I feel uncomfortable saying that because Presley's my friend and co-host.
Yeah, and she's shooting milk all over the house.
Oh no. She's milky, guys.
Actually, she's kind of past that point now.
Okay.
It's slowing down, but doing a lot more of the real food rather than the milk and the babies eating sausage and grapes and stuff now.
Oh, sausage. Get into
Your baby
routines.
busting a nut.
No.
Oh,
Isn't it crazy how it's not crazy for the kid to be breastfeeding when they're like 8 years old. And I don't think it's weird that the mom is encouraging it. I just think it's weird that everyone knows I have an abscess in the back of my mouth, that like, if it were producing that sweet cream for like years, that's fucked up like at a time. And that's kind of how I think, or like if you had your period for years, you'd be like, wow, that's a little weird. But just your breasts are always full of milk when normally they're not, but it's for 8 years and that becomes the new normal. That's the weird part.
sure. Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean because most human bodies aren't expected to give milk that long,
Yeah.
except so you're really pushing yourself hard, and it takes a lot out of you to grow that milk in, especially when your hormones start slowing down. Like, I don't know how anyone can keep that going for 8 years. They might have to take medication or something.
I think so. Or maybe they have to just think real hard. Oh, I'm pregnant. And then it happens.
Or maybe they just drink lots of milk and it's like milk goes in, milk goes out, what I'm
Could
saying?
be. Or maybe they have a hypodermic needle that is full of milk and they stab it into their mammaries and just kind of like
a
crank
jelly
style.
donut.
That too.
That's very much. Have you ever seen that German movie Feed?
Feed, no. But I believe you've told us about this on this show.
It's a feeder gainer horror movie that's really disgusting. But there's a scene where the killer sneaks into the detective's hotel room in the middle of the night and injects a little bit of like liposuction lard into the surface of his skin, which causes a big fat bubble, which pops later. It's very gross. So his fat bubble arm pops and all this liposuction lard drips out. Yeah.
That it would be very funny. So one of the best episodes of Powerpuff Girls is this episode of Bibleman sucks. That's why we're not talking about it that much.
Yeah.
The best episode of Powerpuff Girls is the bedwetting episode where one of them has wet the bed and over the course of 3 nights keeps wetting the bed, but they don't know who it is because they sleep in separate beds. So they try to stay awake and they realize they hear Mojo Jojo coming in and then it starts to sound like peeing. And then they turn on the light and Mojo is like over their bed looking like he's peeing, but it's a water bottle. But it is so funny that this man is coming into his arch nemesises and his big idea is just like make it seem like they're peeing the bed. But it would be very funny is you go into someone's room and then like somehow safely inject a little milk into their nipples enough to like have it secrete. And then they're like, oh my God, I'm lactating.
So they're asleep when you do this?
Yeah.
That'd be drugging.
No, it's lactation. It's not drugging.
I don't know where I stand with this procedure.
Okay, you want to know? You spray it around their nipples, and then when they wake up, they're like, what is this? And then they get it analyzed at a laboratory, and they're like, it's milk.
Nicole is silently shaking her head for the last 2 minutes.
Nicole's fine. Well, that's because she hates that episode of Powerpuff Girls.
No, I don't.
She's like, they fooled me. I thought they were pee-peeing themselves.
Okay.
And you're like, hashtag relatable.
Yo, we're going to do this again, unfortunately, but can you guys give me a pee-pee break?
Yeah, go for it.
Body melt, let me see that body melt, body melt.
Let me see that body milk.
Let me see that titty milk. Now I'm just going to get ads for boobs.
Hell yeah,
what
dude.
if that was a thing?
Nicole.
Oh, he's back.
Let's see if you guys leave that whole part in like you did last time.
What? No. Oh, we weren't talking during it. We weren't like screaming how you were going pee. But let's get back into Bibleman. Note by note, note by note.
Day by day.
Okay. This starts out with, I believe, a fake previously on Bibleman. We haven't watched the 2 previous episodes, so maybe it is, but I looked. There was no information that it ends on a cliffhanger the previous episode. But all of a sudden, it's black and white, and it says previously on. And what's her face? Eunice is saying like, oh, you had a great time at Codes' concert? That's a thing? I don't know.
I was like, what?
And she thinks that, because he's in a...
Cypher's concert.
Oh, yeah, Cypher's. Codes is about to show up. She's like, this doesn't mean we're going to disband the Bible team. And he's like, no, man, as long as Jesus Christ needs our help, we're here to do it. And she says, so I won't have to enact Omega Code Alpha, which I think is the kill code. It self-destructs the entire place with everyone in it, and it raptures them.
Some Jim Jones shit.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be cool? Like, hey, we're getting raptured?
No, I don't.
We don't have to worry about the real day-to-day anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to heaven.
Uh-huh. Oh my God, in the pearly gates.
Dude, I don't want heaven. I don't want an afterlife. I just want it to be done.
I want it to be this. It's you, me, Franklin, and these other 2 dinguses out here. And we're just hanging out on a couch watching Tubi TV.
Oh my God.
Get to eat as much as we want. My cum gutters are nice.
Nicole, I think that would be your question for a pastor or priest or whatever. Like, if my idea of heaven is nothing anymore, I just want to be out.
Yeah.
Can that be my heaven?
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, no, we want you to live with all the angels and the lords
In
and
the
all
clouds.
and Adolf Hitler because he was a Christian too.
Whoa. Did you know he was on just so many drugs?
Same with BTK. I mean, every serial killer freaking goes Christian. They're all in heaven right now because they all switched over to God, like, a couple years before they died in prison.
Yeah, they repented.
Yeah.
And that's all
So if you want
it
to chill,
needs.
if you want to chill with some serial killers, man, go up to heaven. Joseph Mengele is probably up there.
I thought you said Mango's probably up there. From SNL?
Mangoes.
Give me the mango? And it's that guy and he just eats mangoes, Chris Kattan?
Oh, I don't remember Chris Kattan doing that.
Oh, yeah, Mango's up in heaven. Tragically, R.I.P.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But what were you going to say, Cole?
I was going to say I want to go to hell because that's where all the cool people are.
No, I guess none of the cool people are there.
A stranger on the street told me I was going to hell, so I mean it's proof.
Well, a lot of the scientists that believe in creation theory would be there, and they're cool.
Well, I guess I just mean like all the gays and theys.
A lot of them are Christian too nowadays.
Yeah.
Damn.
You made a Venn diagram.
Yeah, Nicole, the newest pope says, being gay ain't a crime, baby.
So you got your choice of heaven and hell now, it looks like.
Yeah, do what you want.
They're both cool.
Maybe that's the new way to be is like, hey, if you'd like to go to hell, go for it. But if you'd like to go to heaven, that's your choice as well.
Yeah.
And we also have this like finished basement that you get to hang out with your spouse and your cats watching Tubi TV.
I think that's just like purgatory.
Yeah, hey, if that's purgatory, gimme. I'll wait there as long as it takes for me to complete everything on Tubi and then watch it again. Especially if they have Troll 2. Hey, I'm going to watch that a few times.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good movie.
No bog.
It's Goblin backwards.
Grandpa, where are you?
Grandpa Seth.
Big sister. Yes, little brother. Where is Big Mom and Big Dad?
I don't like eating in movies, so that movie does kind of gross me out, honestly.
Well, guess what? He saves them from eating by pee-peeing.
But there is still food.
It's more gack that they're eating.
Ugh.
Do you also hate this stuff?
That's a great movie. I also
okay.
like Bad Taste, which
It's
is
behind you.
right there. That's got it. They're eating like pea soup looking stuff.
I think one of the grossest eating scenes is in Eraserhead when they cut into that tiny chicken. Ugh.
Dead Alive with the pudding.
Nicole still needs to see that. I'm excited to watch it.
That's everyone seems to like that movie as long as
so
you can
good.
handle some gore, which she can. So
But it's laughable gore. That's the one we're talking Brain Dead?
yeah.
Okay.
Which is right there.
Oh.
It's just a Japanese poster, so you can't really tell. Oh yeah, our listeners can't really see that, but
Ian has watch HorrorCorridor. Then you'll be able to see all of these posters.
sure.
Okay.
Sure.
It's a good show.
All of a sudden, guys, Codes is there. We haven't seen Codes in a long time. And he's like, oh, what's up? Why are you back from wherever you were? And then he pulls out a gun and he's like, Codes, no, not this. Then starts shooting. And then it goes from black and white to color. I thought that was a very cool effect they did. And then Eunice goes and just obliterates Codes. And he's like, this was wrong. I told you not to use force. And she's like, I detected that he was a fucking robot, dude. And then he says, I should have known. The eyes. Why didn't I notice the eyes?
The eyes.
That was very good. And he's like, this has two blue eyes. But Codes had one blue eye and one green eye. Insane.
Yeah, that was pretty pulled together.
Absolute child logic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Then we get this newest Bibleman theme, which is so far the worst Bibleman theme.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening. There's no cool graphics on screen or like cool like William screaming in the sky as it rains down on him.
Yeah, it's like, was it like fire?
There were some explosions and then just a bunch
With
of
code.
Yeah, code.
Scrolling across the screen and then like flying robots.
That code was actually for the Omega Code Alpha.
Whoa.
Yeah. If you type that in, all of a sudden the nukes launch off.
What is the darkness that haunts him?
I
Who?
think that's supposed to be like a Satan reference or something.
Okay.
Does Bibleman
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
He gets
no.
very
I
serious.
thought you were talking about the...
No, and he's like inescapable something. The darkness that haunts me every day.
Wait, when like codes blew up?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's. I think there is a reference that something happened to codes, but we don't know what it is.
Okay.
And I think that is like a Batman Origins type deal. Like, oh, I couldn't save my parents. And in this case is, oh, I couldn't save codes from, I don't know, going into a rock and roll band.
Sure.
Instead of a Christian rock and roll band. Okay. We find out that they're playing God with this AI because they are updating Eunice's UI to show her as a hologram of just Lawnmower Man-esque looking graphics.
I thought it was cool.
They were going under a digital convection vortex, but I want a digital convection oven up in Animal Crossing, you know?
I don't.
A convection oven,
Okay.
but it's digital, so it would need to be in Animal
So it's
Crossing.
all right. Sure.
Because, that's ones and zeros, not real people.
Uh-huh.
Or not real animals, I guess.
Yeah.
Hottest villager, go. Does Isabel count?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Isabel. God, she's hot.
No.
Yes, she is.
No, I
In
don't
New
get why people are
Horizon,
so obsessed with that character.
I never got it until I played the game, and I was like, yeah, she is kind of a baddie.
What?
That's probably I've never played it, but I've seen like the Pornhub renditions of like cosplay and shit.
She has thick thighs in a lot of the hentai.
Oh my God.
Any video game that's kind of anime based has a cosplay porn to it nowadays, I've noticed.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm attracted to Isabel because if you were helping to run an island, you would act the same way Isabel does of like, oh boy, I don't know what's going on, guys. So maybe I'm projecting you onto her.
Okay.
And then her onto me. Arrgh.
I hated that.
Gimme, Isabel. I'd have to shave her, though. So that she looks more like you. I think that's also why I find Courtney on Dead End. I'm like, Courtney's hot. Because she's also a lovable scamp.
Yeah.
She falls under the Karen and Cody.
Watson.
Yeah, these freaks can shove off. I saved you. Henry is now in the house.
you.
This wacky protester.
I thought it was Professor.
No, it's protester.
I know. I got that after a while, but I was kind of like, but he's a professor. He's got a lab. He's got you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But
it would
he
make a lot
also
more sense if he was a professor.
works for the mob?
Something. They're also ghouls, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's like a Satan's mob kind of. I always thought they were trying to talk about hell and Satan without saying the actual words.
Oh, yeah, they do that sometimes. Also, in early Bibleman, it never pays off. There was like a syndicate of demons, and that was only in one episode. I wish we got more of that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Demon Syndicate would be such a sick rap group name. You know,
Yeah.
for like a starting off rap group.
Wacky protester, though. Did he have pet eels?
I don't know. I thought it was a snake, but then I saw water.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Aquatic snake, aka an eel. But they're named Mike, Tim, and Marcia.
And I only saw one.
Yeah.
Actually, I missed that, but there was a monkey pacing back and forth.
That must have been from
Yeah.
a previous episode, and that's explained. You can't just have a man in a monkey costume in the background and not make it known what it is.
Oh, when we get to that musical number, though, I got to tear it apart 'cause that was bad. Jesus Christ. The monkey's fucking circle pitting by himself in the cage.
Lucy is so sassy because this protester's like, oh, this is what I could do. This is what I could do. And she says to him, your brilliance puts me to shame. And I'm like, ma'am, calm down. You just roasted this dude.
Wacky.
Nut style.
Oh.
What's the roasted nuts?
Busted?
Corn nuts.
Corn nuts. There we
Corn
go.
They always made your breath smell like piss, kind of. I don't like that.
Ew.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to know what? I'd be fine with Nicole's breath smelling like piss.
Mm-hmm.
So eat some corn nuts. I'm going to start gifting those to you.
The fuck?
Henry, quit doing that. Oh, my God.
Why are our cats so fucking weird?
They're broken. He just does this thing where he hooks his claw into a like hanging fabric, then bites it off, then keeps doing that over
Like purposefully gets it stuck and then unstucks it and will just sit there and do it for like an hour.
He's doing the opposite of weaving, I guess.
Yeah. He's a weird ass.
He's weezering your sweater.
Nicole, you will agree with me. When teen actors are playing the villains, they shine the brightest.
Yeah.
Because there was the Ludacris kid, he was great. And then
Was he?
Yeah, when Ludacris was a child, then when he became the large adult, that's when Ludacris sucked. But when it was a teen going like, "Cha, what's up, guys?"
He started messing up. We have this like huge Godzilla like tapestry, and he started messing with that.
That's the problem with cats and kids is you just can't have nice things out.
No, absolutely not. Never.
I have like so many cool horror DVDs that I had to box up and put in a closet because the baby likes to just till they're all on the ground.
Hell yeah, I'm fine with that. That's just being a cutie.
It would be cute if he put them all back afterwards, but it got tiring putting the DVDs back over 10 times a day. After a while, we just left them out.
Yeah.
Nicole,
what?
You laugh at him just knocking off all my pens and shit.
Yeah, and I was going to say, you always get mad. Why are you saying it's cute?
Well, why were you saying it's not cute when a baby does it?
When it's your DVDs, not when it's just like a pen.
Well, my pens are very expensive.
No, they're not.
Shut up.
Rude.
No. Adequate. So this wacky protester, he's pulling a Mr. Burns blocking out the sun, but it's putting a cloud over the town so the light of Christ cannot shine through.
Count me in for that.
Yeah, dude. I just like an overcast day.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say that.
It's a cloud of darkness and despair that he says will prevent people from going to church.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that works.
Maybe we do have that cloud in my town.
Okay, nerds on BMX bikes is a genre that needs to be more prominent because this nerd was on a BMX bike and I was a nerd on a BMX bike. My sister, when she moved out of the house, left her bike there and she loved this bike. She's like, it's the best. But whenever anyone would use it, she'd be like, rada, 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 just like her copy of Crash Bandicoot 2. She never played the game. But if my brother and I would play it, she's like, that's my copy, then would rip it out of the PS1.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like,
older sisters, am I right?
yeah, I know. I DDT'd her ass for that.
You did not.
I wish I did. I should have. Maybe she would have.
Specialty move?
Yeah, maybe she would have shaped up or shipped out sooner. When all of a sudden your little brother's doming you with wrestling moves, you got to rethink your life.
Yeah.
Give her a stone cold stunner. People's elbow while she's sleeping. After I put her to sleep CM Punk style. I just do a frog splash.
This villain, I thought he said he was like Dr. something at one point.
So I think it's just like that previous villain. Each episode he is a new, in quotes, like demon.
Yeah.
Because they bring this up of, oh, I thought we defeated him back in the day. And they say like, evil cannot be defeated permanently until Christ returns. Evil never dies, which I'm like, hey, horror fans better be like, we want our horror franchises because then Resident Evil and the Evil Dead, those franchises are gone once Jesus returns.
Yeah.
They don't continue.
Isn't Evil Never Dies also like the new Halloween movies? They say that a lot.
Or Evil Dies Tonight.
Evil Dies Tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Evil Dies Tonight. That's right.
But I think in the early ones, what's his face always said, evil never dies, it just changes shape.
There you go.
That's
Good
why he was
job.
called The Shape.
What about Love Never Dies?
Yeah.
That's why they're in an opera house later.
When he's on that BMX bike, he says, I am the darkness that covers this town, which if you were people who get to know me and then find out that I do this hardcore rap music and sometimes like demonic rap music, they'd be like, but you look like a nerd on a BMX bike screaming, I am the evil that covers this town. There's a very weird dichotomy right now. Dichotomy.
You could probably put that in a track.
Yeah, let's do it. I am the evil that covers this town.
Do it in your rap delivery voice.
Oh, my rap delivery voice? Hey, yo, I'm the evil that... hold on. Town.
Does Marshland Monster, do you not cross streams? Do you not rap on the mostly speaking Sentai?
Well, no, that's how I rapped in Himnam. You ever heard that song of mine?
Nam nam. Nam nam. You were very sultry on that song.
Why is Bibleman on a motorcycle so funny?
Dude, that is just so not cool at all. It's wild.
Yeah.
Insane. Also, they go into this school and he has a mirrored suit. It's like shining. You could see yourself in it. And he's like, hey, kids, nothing's going on. Nothing to see here. Avert your eyes. And then like Codes like holds onto a girl's shoulder and is like, hey, he said, go along with your business. And this man is a superhero, a defeater of demons, and is in a mirrored suit. Of course, people's attention is going to be on that.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
No one's attentions was on that. I know that was a joke.
It's a joke.
But still, everyone should have.
That was the first part of the episode where I was like, okay, are they laughing at themselves now? Like,
yeah.
Is it making fun of itself? That's where it started to throw me off on like where they were coming at. But yeah, now I realize it's a mix of kind of both.
Yeah.
You know, making fun of itself and, you know, also trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
But the parts where it was trying to genuinely be funny were not funny at all.
No.
Yeah.
I will say, okay, you got the one chip challenge. You got all these TikTok challenges. I have a new one because they were saying, let Jesus in and everything in life will start to become clearer and make more sense and things will start going better for you. So I am participating in the One Lord Challenge, where I will accept Jesus Christ into my heart and see if patreon.com/MLM pod, those patrons follow. So guys, today, right now, I am a Christian. Let's see if that pays dividends.
Cha-ching.
Divine dins.
Nicole, how are you going to feel living with this person now?
Yeah, how do you feel about living with a Christian, you bigot? You're all for an inclusion unless it's Christianity. There's a war on me, okay?
There's literally not. That's also what this episode felt like, was they're like, oh no, Christianity's in danger. And it's like, it's not. Like,
my
just
religion,
fucking calm down.
My religion is being attacked by the lamestream media, okay?
It's super
Well,
not.
we're going to get into it later, but I mean, it was basically saying that mental health and Christianity are synonymous. Like,
Yeah.
if you're mentally ill, then you don't have God, pretty much. So
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
they didn't get into that quite yet, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure like my mom said that once.
oh, I've heard a lot of people who have parents that don't put them in therapy because they're like, oh, well, you don't need that. We go to church. You know,
Yeah.
talk to the pastor about it. He's not creepy at all.
Hey, the pastor I see soon, he's not creepy.
He's trained in therapy, right?
He is. The parish trains you in those kinds of things. If anything, we should be sending pastors to a lot of calls that police are going to. They could be they're more trained than the police officers on the street to deal with these mental health crises.
I hate that you've said this out loud. I feel like it's willing it into the universe.
Hey, Pastor Bill and I were like this now. You can also call him
Who the
Pastor
fuck
William.
Is Bill.
William.
Williams.
Yes.
Got it.
Pastor Cop sounds like a Chuck Norris or maybe even Steven Seagal movie coming up.
I love Chuck Norris. He does good work, and so does that other guy you said.
That Seagal fellow.
Yeah, he's a Christian as well.
Have you ever seen Invasion USA, the Chuck Norris movie?
I have not.
It's fantastic.
Is it suitable for my new religious eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Well, guys, I had this note. Share your joy and you double it. And I was going to say for everyone to go to pornhub.com/Marshland to double my excretions, but
Ew.
I guess I got to start doing Christian pornography. And that's where, I get Pastor Bill and we're just reading you scripture. It's JOIs. It's Jesus. It's a Jesus off instructional. We're going tit for tat on scriptures. We're challenging and battling each other.
Sounds very, very dominant.
Yeah.
You're reading it real sexy, though.
Yeah, as Pastor Bill always does. I think everything he does is sexy. Because it's the word of Christ. What's more orgasmic than that?
Oh, my God. I love how they approach wacky protester and are just like, Psalm 112:10, look it up. And I was like, oh, this just makes me think of internet comments.
Yeah, that's kind of how real people are. They're like, yeah, I don't read the Bible, but I'm going to yell random scriptures at you.
Well, guys, I no longer believe this, but I have to read it. If praying for a teen's salvation at an underground cave reservoir isn't occult stuff, well, I'm glad it isn't. It's Christianity.
Okay.
Because that's what they do in this.
Yeah.
They're in this creepy cave with running water, and they're all praying and saying, just let Corey make it through these hard times. The Bible and I do have one thing in common, guys. Do you know what that is?
No.
We hate a nagging wife.
Oh, yeah, that was a great joke.
Yeah, I liked how Bible Girl said that. But then Bible Girl gets blasted with this cloud and turns into an angsty teen who I guess has a sword collection, I think she said.
I have no idea.
Dude, I was trying to figure out what she said there. She's like, yeah, I don't give a shit about any of this. I'm going to go do some of the sword collection. I was like, what?
I think she said, I'm going to go hang out with my sword collection.
Which, I mean, their weapons are kind of like a lightsaber knockoff, so maybe that was that type of sword. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All I know is she got hotter when she said she had a sword collection.
Swing.
Oh, my sword has become righteous. Righteous side up, that is. Pointing towards the heavens. We're on, Ian, finally, to the song.
Yeah, that was a rough one. And then I saw the two people with the microphone pop up in the corner. And he was green screen, too, in the corners at times, too, over himself. And it was just a music video. And if anyone's seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Chop Top, have you seen that?
I have not,
No.
but it's on our watch list.
Have you seen the first Chainsaw Massacre, right?
Yes.
Bill Moseley's character plays kind of a different rendition of that hitchhiker character from the first movie, but he's more, his teeth are all messed up, his face is all, he's got the metal thing in his head. So, he reminded me a lot of this wacky professor guy, like even down to some of the acting. And as the episode went on, it was more and more chopped up. It was crazy.
Maybe that's what they were doing.
Possibly.
They love that Texas Chainsaw, too.
Or 967 Evil, kind of reminded me of that guy, too.
If you really look at it, the Sawyer family is like strong American Christian values.
I mean, I don't think you see any religious stuff, do you?
You don't, but you can tell. They're close-knit. They make sure you don't tread on their land.
Yeah.
This is all that red-blooded American Christian stuff is bleeding through the Sawyer family.
I mean, I'll leave it to a Christian like you to sniff that out.
Oh yeah, they smell of that of Christ, which is sexy. Ian, what are you? It looks like you're looking to be like, if I look harder enough at James, I will understand what he just did.
I don't know, man. What do you want from me?
I live with this person.
I can't throw an interesting quip in every single time. Sometimes James can outshine me and leaves me speechless.
I told Nicole this. There's a Community episode, the Halloween one, season 3, where they're all telling scary stories, and Pierce's is batshit crazy, and Troy says, wow, that seems like you're referencing something we're all too young to understand, and I feel like this music video is that.
I don't know what they were going for. I think it had a little bit of a 50s kind of doo-wop style to it, mixed with a kind of a weird rockabilly sound. But I mean, it was just obnoxious, man. I don't know how to explain it more than that. I mean, the monkey was circle pitting in the cage. That was kind of fun. But other than that, like, yeah, just those two people's faces that popped up. I was just angry. Okay, maybe I'll cut to the chase here a little bit. Sometimes it makes me mad to see Christians trying to make the religion fun and cool.
I think
maybe that's something I need to work on.
Well, hey, come hang out with Bill and I. We'll have a cookout. We'll show you how fun Christianity can be. Did you know there was a boy in a whale? That's kooky. That's pretty fun.
A boy in a whale?
Yeah, there was a boy in a whale. That same boy came out of that whale, took out a large man.
Came out of that whale a man.
Yeah, and took out a large man.
Was it anal or vaginal?
Blowholy. What's another cool? Burning bushes? That's pretty metal, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, dude, I'm sure there's all kinds of dragons and swords and stuff in the Bible, you know?
Okay, I don't think there are any dragons.
And like dwarfs and
No. This isn't Tolkien.
Magical rings that can help you travel through time and have all the powers.
No.
Floating eyes.
Sure.
Made out of fire, I think.
You're thinking of a different thing that kind of was allegoric for some elements of Christianity, but mainly
dark crystal and a labyrinth.
Okay, now
a tiny worm wearing a scarf.
You're getting everything mixed up.
And honey, I shrunk the kids.
Is this the Bible? Oh man.
Fuck.
Guys, without fellowship, you're just going to be a shut-in. You need Jesus to be that light, and that's
fellowship?
Yeah.
Lord
oh my God.
It's going to keep coming back to Lord of the Rings. I know it.
Well, right now, you guys are kind of being my Sauron. You're trying to distract me and my actual fellowship from the light that is Jesus Christ, a.k.a. a tiny hobbit boy. Because that's who they end up worshiping, right?
Sure.
I want to see Lord of the Rings 200 years later.
No.
What's this world going to be like? Is it at the end? Because technically isn't Samwise Gamgee like that old and he's writing the story and that's why everything has one quotation at the beginning and one quotation at the end and then it's just apostrophes because it's a quote within a quote? Yes, I know.
Some Catcher in the Rye shit.
Or some Hobbit, Lord of the Rings shit.
Whoa.
Okay, fellowship does not have to be religious, guys. It could truly just be your WoW guild. As long as you're hanging out, communicating with people, having that community, that sense of purpose, you're fine.
What about your Oblivion guild or your Morrowind guild?
Yeah, go for it. If those things are still up and running.
I mean, it's single player games, but...
Okay, well, NPCs don't count as fellowship.
But what if they're well programmed?
Okay, all right. AI's getting there.
What about your D&D group?
D&D group, yeah, perfect example. Yeah, I shorten things now.
Ooh, I wonder if there's Christian D&D groups.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find one now.
I will. Oh my God.
Now that you can't play D&D with the common folk anymore.
No, you want to know what this is?
Too much satanic imagery.
Sinners.
No, this is the perfect opportunity to really engross Derms Clerman with Christianity and convert my friends so they're there in heaven with me.
Yeah.
Lil Corey, Joe, Jose, Robbie, they're all going to be up in heaven because I will, through Derms Clerman, show them that Jesus Christ is the way. Do I already have stories like that planned in? But it's instead of Christianity, it's juggalos. Yeah, I do. I hope none of them are listening right now. Not juggalos. We want them listening. The hit it and crit it folks. I really liked when they were in that opera house and they were getting the cloud on them and they're wrapped up by the wacky protester. Bible girl is just like lazily throwing her head around saying, Bible man, what are we gonna do? It's like, you had one take, didn't you?
The red cloud, I think, was the worst effect in the show. That looked like some MS Paint job.
Yeah.
But some of the graphics were okay.
It could also be the render that we have of this, the transfer, because this was on a random website.
I doubt it.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was any 3D depth to it, though. It looked like pasted on the screen.
We'll get this on VHS or DVD and see what's up. And then my last no is actually goes well with my newfound Christianity. Stop quoting the Bible out of context. If you say something from Proverbs, I want all of the Proverbs in order. So I know you're not just cherry picking what your message is all about. Give me the entire message.
You talking about like the whole Bible from front to back?
Not the whole, just like each chapter. You know, you got Genesis, you got Proverbs, Psalms.
I haven't read the Bible, unfortunately.
Whoa, you haven't? It's a good read.
No, I haven't. I'm going to be real.
I'd say my top 5 is All the Get Fuzzies, the Bible, and then probably, I don't know, Playboy magazine.
I always took you for an Animorphs guy. Were you ever into that?
No, I was into the TV show. I started watching it stoned. It still holds up. But when it comes to just reading, I was Captain Underpants. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, my son has a... You like Beast Wars, though? That's a good one.
Oh, Beast Wars is so good. I own it all on DVD.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to get my baby, my 1-year-old, into that show.
That's all on Tubi, baby.
Yeah, it's free on YouTube, too. They have everything.
Whoa. Those are all my notes.
Same.
Well, right on. Well, thank you for letting me watch Bibleman with you.
Oh, my God. Thank you for watching it with us. It's Horror Crunk Month, guys.
Yeah. Man, we've done a lot of shit lately.
Oh, yeah.
For a record label, man, like, we have done a lot.
You got to keep putting things out to the point where I have started thinking maybe we're doing a little too much.
I've thought that too a few times, but I mean, maybe we just need to space it out a little more. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We've only had one artist announcement this month, Demonology 187, so that was cool. But yeah, we got a couple more announcements coming up, a couple more videos. I'm trying to do lyric videos. I want to do lyric videos for everything on your new album. But yeah, and then HorrorCorridor, still fucking chugging along on that. I got you next week.
Yeah.
Probably going to be like kind of just going over everything that's happened since like the last episode and talk about like what's in the pipes for you right now.
Hell yeah. Nicole, what you got to plug?
I am Darling Homebody on social media. You can go to darlinghomebody.com to look at all the cool stuff that I make, including the Darling Homebody Society, where you get a monthly sticker or magnet. Sign up before March 1st and get Steve B's cat, Melissa, named after Melissa Villaseñor.
Hey guys, head over to MLMpod.com to find out information about my other podcasts, such as The Height of Horror. We're doing great stuff over there. I'm really excited. We just put out our episode discussing, what The Eternal, starring Christopher Walken. Very good. 1998, great year in horror is what we're finding out. Besides, Presley's thoughts on The Eternal was different, but Carnival of Souls is the only one that we're like, this isn't that great.
Yeah, I love your guys' new show, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations on having probably the best horror show I've heard in a really long time for people that are like both of you guys know a lot about horror and you've been watching it your whole life and stuff, but you're not like college professors in horror, you know? You're kind of like discovering stuff still.
Yeah.
But you guys come at it at such an entertaining like angle where it's just right in between the know-it-alls and the people that are fresh to it that I think it can appeal to everybody. I love it.
Thank you. And I'm going to make a case for 1991. I think that's going to be our next year because we're halfway through 1998. If we're doing 13 movies, we're 6 in. That's about halfway.
91 would be a lot of fun.
1991 has Popcorn, which I fucking love. And I did not know, but I pulled up a list. Ghoulies Go to College.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that was 80s.
No, 1991, baby. So yeah, please check out The Height of Horror. Check out Formulaic. Next week, we're releasing our Blues Clues episode. It's going to be good. Oh, and then listen to my music under Marshland Monster. New album coming out February 10th. Discussed it earlier. Then head over to patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday in the forms of This Existed, Death from Above, a Sam and Max podcast, Mostly Speaking Sentai After Dark, and Engaged with Nicolas Cage. It's a real fun time. That's every single Friday. But if you're a $10 patron, you get all of that content plus bonus monthly content right now in the form of straight to Patreon. And you get shout outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with that. And hey, if you have something to promote, like you're in a band, that can be your name. And I'll shout it out on all 5 weekly shows, or no, 4 weekly shows. $10 a month, you get a lot of promotion. But let's begin. Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z. The Waz, Orion, he's a rapper, Defo, D-F-O, Kayla, AK2 Grapes, Jordan B. The Chaos Witch, My Bickle, my brother in common law, Joshua, Jakis, Steve Barnes of the aforementioned Sweet Child of Time, Intro Void, wherever music is found, The Womb in Which I Emerged, my mother. Oh my God, my dad was probably like, that boy gets titties for breakfast, but I don't. I have to drink coffee. Get out of here, Dad.
I thought you were going to say come.
No, why would I say come?
I don't know.
I get cum for breakfast?
No, your dad.
Oh, because he gets coffee. All right. Hey, guys, guess what? Nicole's headcanon is my father was just angrily gobbling up cum every morning. All right. Lil Corey's BFF and roommate Shane, that fed, last week's guest, maybe, and beep, 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 brand new $10 patron. You know him from twitch.tv/Core Winning, but also from This Movie's Gay. It's Corwin. And from this podcast. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Ian.
And we've been mostly Babblin' Bibleman. Bye-bye. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.
What's up, everybody? This is Ian from HorrorCorridor. Welcome to my vlog.
Welcome to my vlog.
I'm going to teach you how to make slime.
Ooh, hell yeah. Hey guys, this is my summer lookbook. Check me out. I'm in a thong now. How does this get through YouTube community standards?
I don't know.
It's shocking. The people at YouTube are fine with tits and ass, but once you start showing a little dick or a little bit of blood, they say no thank you. Because, you know, all kids once sucked on a titty, so titties is fine. But now it's WSNX. All right. Oh, yeah.